Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and this video, which is another mystery makeup investigation. Today we will be talking about 3 products and getting in depth about how I found I like to apply them and other gritty details. So if that sounds like fun to you, then just keep on watching. If you're new to mystery makeup investigations, each week I choose 3 items and I look in depth at the items, how they're meant to be used, and then determine how I like to use them and other products that I like to use them along with. So the first thing that we chose last week was a face primer, and the one that I chose was the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer primer. You do get 1 ounce of product in this primer, which is pretty good, and it does run $38 no matter where you decide to purchase it. Dr. Brandt's website says, light up your complexion with a combination of optical diffusers, illuminating crushed stardust pearls, and pore perfecting ingredients to help define and lessen the look of pores, providing a subtle sheen and smoother canvas. Use alone for a natural bounce of light on the skin or under makeup to prep your skin for a flawless application. And then it also says the benefits are it unclogs and minimizes pores, brightens skin, and is fragrance free. Most of this I agree with. I do agree, first and foremost, that this could be worn without makeup, and I did try it that way, and I have tried it that way more than once. I don't always wear foundation every day, but sometimes I do want a little blurring effect and even a luminosity added to my skin. And then when I tried it with this, I went in and set it down with my Hourglass powder, which is actually more of a finishing powder. You absolutely could use a pressed powder. You could use a loose powder, I think. So I did try this, however, under BB cream. I tried it under CC cream. I tried it under other foundations. And my preferred way of using this was actually just alone, all by itself, and then putting a finishing powder on. I have no idea whether I would say that this unclogs pores, but I would say it minimizes pores. You know, this is what I'm wearing today, and I like it. I really do like it. Like I said, I think my preferred way to use this would be all by itself on a no makeup day, to sort of smooth and brighten things out, and then put a powder down to sort of keep everything where it goes. And then the second product that I chose was a single eyeshadow, but I did choose the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Bouncy. You've all seen these before. This is considered to be one of their ultra glitter shadows, and it does have a fair amount of glitter in it. It is $5 on the ColourPop website, and ColourPop is both cruelty-free and vegan. Let's swatch this for you. And you're gonna see here that this is not super opaque, if that's what you're looking for, but it does have a really neat shift. There you can kind of see it. I really do like this shadow. So it says, our revolutionary cream to powder eyeshadow, famous for its unique bouncy texture, which quite honestly is an entirely accurate representation of the formula, delivers bold color and fine glitter in one swipe without creasing, fading, or fallout. Let's talk about that. That really is true. It is a cream to powder texture for sure. It is bouncy. When you press into the pan, you can kind of see a little give, but in an entirely solid way. It's weird. And then it says it has fine glitter in one swipe, maybe not, depending on the look you're looking for, without creasing, fading, or fallout. That I will agree with. There is no creasing, there is no fading, and there is no fallout. I would not say in one swipe. I feel like I have to build this up quite a bit, especially if I'm going to use it on the lid. And then in reference to the shade, it says you should jump onto this cool toned bronze with gold and violet duochrome, which is exactly what it is. And then also you do get 2.1 grams of product in these Super Shock shadows. And then the last thing on the ColourPop website that I wanted to address was their tips for application. It says for maximum coverage, use your fingertip and tap shadow directly onto the eyelid. A flat, firm synthetic brush will also work and is perfect for detailed application close to the lash line. To blend, use a fluffy synthetic brush with good movement. Dip the tip into the shadow and apply with a windshield wiper movement throughout the crease of the eye for a soft and diffused look. And I agree with all of that. I actually, my preferred method with this shadow is absolutely the finger, but also I really like this for a one shadow look. It is not what I'm wearing today, but I took my glasses off to sort of demonstrate for you how I would normally do this. I will link below. I did do a video called Trendy Time Savers, and it was all about one shadow looks. And this is very, very, very much perfect for what you would want for a one shadow look. You're looking for sort of a mid-tone shade. Some would say a mid-tone neutral. I'm not a neutral girl, but this is great. So how I actually preferred to do this was I buffed this out in my crease with a fluffy synthetic brush like they described in the how-to. And then I took the finger. First though, I did apply the NYX. This is the NYX glitter primer, they call it. This is new to me. I'm just testing it out this week, but I did put the glitter glue and patted that all over the lid, and then used my finger and patted it all over the lid until I was okay with the opacity. I think with other colors, if you wanted to use the NYX the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk as a primer, or any of their other ones. I have the one in Yogurt, and I think that would be an amazing combo with this. Anything that's just a little bit tacky, or, you know, NYX has a little potted white eyeshadow primer, that would be fine as well. But I think this is an amazing shade for a one shadow look, absolutely, and I do like it. I probably won't buy a ton more, but if I did find another shade that was very unique like this, or that I thought would be amazing for a one shadow look, which are my go-to if I'm in a hurry, the same shade in the crease and the same shade on the lid, and boom, you're done, and, you know, get out the door. So I really do like the Super Shock shadows. I'm just not going to go crazy and buy a whole bunch of them because it's not my jam. And then the last thing that I chose was, we drew out the category of blush, and you know me and my Hourglass products, but I was really excited to have an excuse to use my Hourglass blushes, ambient lighting blushes, all week long. I have this shade Mood Exposure, and I have the shade Diffused Heat, and I'm wearing Mood Exposure today, which is just a nice subtle plum shade. If you're very much darker than me, and probably for me in the summer, Mood Exposure may not show up on you, so keep that in mind. So the miniature size of the ambient lighting blushes is 1.3 grams of product, which is decent. I will link below my minis or nah video where I talk about the ambient lighting powders and blushes, and what questions you can ask yourself when you're trying to determine if you're going to buy the mini size or the full size. The full size does have 4.25 grams of product, which is, you know, quite a bit more than these. The full size, however, do run $38, while the minis run $24. Hourglass, thank God, is a cruelty-free company. I would absolutely be devastated if they pulled a NARS and decided not to be cruelty-free anymore, because I'm fairly certain I would have a hard time living without my Hourglass products. But anyhow, in the mini size, they do have 4 shades in what they call the radiant finish, which is what these are. And then in the full size, they have 4 shades in the shimmering finish and 6 shades in the radiant finish. So these do not have a shimmer to them, is basically the difference. The radiant finish, no shimmer. Shimmering finish, shimmer. So What it does, it says, while traditional blush tends to be flat, the ambient lighting blush collection uses photoluminescent technologies to exhibit depth and dimension with seamless blending and no two look alike. What they mean by that is truly, if you look at these two pans of blush here, you can see that the swirl effect is not the same. Hourglass's original collection of ambient lighting blush fuses universally flattering ambient lighting powders with vivid cheek colors for soft focus, multi-dimensional color with a naturally radiant finish. What it is formulated without is parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. The optically transparent particles alter the appearance of the skin by manipulating and refracting favorable light. That's what I love about them. The result is skin that looks smooth, even, and enhanced, not masked. The soft focus technology helps to minimize the look of wrinkles and imperfections, neutralize discoloration, and emulate the appearance of young, healthy skin. Suggested use swirl in the entire blush pan with your brush to pick up the perfect balance of pigment and powder. Apply to cheeks and blend upwards, which hopefully you already know. They do have their, what do they call it, foundation blush brush number 2 on the Hourglass website. I believe it runs $38 and I'm not buying, so this is the brush that I used this week. We got this brush a few months ago from BoxyCharm. It is a Crown Pro blush brush, and this is absolutely what you need to pick up the color. But anyhow, you just need a dense blush brush, not a big fluffy bendy one that is dense, packed full of bristles, as you can see here. Okay, and then like they say, you want to swirl your brush all over inside the blush pan to pick up an even amount of pigment as well as their ambient lighting powder. And you just swirl it and you just put it on. They have different ones are swirled with different powders. I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head which ones these are, but you can see that the powder, the white part in this blush is more to the white, whereas the powder in this one is more to the yellow. So they're the different kinds of powders, just like their ambient lighting powders, infused with the different shades of blush. So these are amazing. I had no problem using them this week. These are 2 of my go-to blushes. Again, I will link below my minis or not video where we talk about how you can make the decision on whether to buy a full-size blush or a mini size blush. All right, I got our trusty jar here. We are not going to draw for a palette of the week this week. The short version is I'm trying to wrap up the palette of the week series so I can get to playing with my palettes on more of a daily basis. So the first category is a corrector, as in an under eye corrector. Number 2 is mascara. Ooh. And then the last category will be a cream product, as in cream highlighter, cream blush, what have you. All right, I'm back, and funnily enough, we ended up with 3 mini products today, as in sample size, as in small. So the first thing that we drew was a corrector. I do have a small size of the Becca, I always forget what this one's called, under eye brightening corrector. I do like this. I have used it, but I'll be interested to learn more about it and use it more on a daily basis. The second thing that we pulled out was a mascara, and this is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara in the shade Noir. Shocker, right? This is what it looks like. Nothing special in the packaging. This is a deluxe sample size. It came in the #selfie Sephora favorites box. And spoiler alert, I love this mascara, and I'm so sad about it because it's so expensive. So I'll be excited to investigate this week, find out what makes it special, and see if I can find a dupe. And then the last thing that we chose was a cream product. I have quite a few, but the one that I have not really touched at all other than to swatch it, the deluxe sample size of MAC's Strobe Cream in the shade Pink Light. It has a nice smell to it. Maybe I smell my perfume. I don't know. But anyhow, so those are the 3 products that I'll be investigating this week. Again, if you missed the ingredients analysis portion of this video, comment below. I'm happy to bring it back, but only if you want me to. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got all the information on the 3 products that I investigated this week that you feel you need to have in order to make an informed decision when purchasing makeup. That's all I want to do, is give you guys information so that you can make the right choice for you and your pocketbook. So that's it. If you liked the video, click like. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.